coming into our newsroom, and that is former Toronto Mayor Rob Ford has died. Rob Ford had been battling cancer since 2014, a diagnosis that would force him to pull out of his second mayoral race. On last Thursday afternoon, Ford's family had confirmed he was in hospital. Once again, if you are just joining us, former Toronto Mayor Rob Ford is dead. CTV's Peter Ackman has more on the life of the controversial politician.
Politics with Rob Ford was boring. Ford burst into the public spotlight 14 years ago, winning a seat on Toronto City Council. The man who wanted to stop the gravy train got right to work.
I will reduce the council's controversial expense accounts.
He said he was born to serve the people, the everyday man and woman on the street, a calling he credits his father. The millionaire businessman Doug Ford was elected to the Ontario legislature in the 90s, the beginning of the Ford political dynasty.
I've done what I'm going to do, and I will do it again, and I'll keep doing it. If people have questions, the taxpayers are my boss.
During his 3 terms as councillor, Ford made headlines for his fiscal focus, but also for his politically incorrect gaffes.
You want to see workaholics? Those Oriental people work like dogs.
Despite of, or maybe because of those comments, Ford's popularity exploded. A groundswell of support around the GTA, Ford Nation was born.
The party with taxpayers' money is over, ladies and gentlemen.
In 2010, despite admitting to drug possession and drunk driving, Ford ran and easily won the race for mayor with nearly half the votes. But even as mayor, it was Ford's personal life, not his politics, regularly making headlines. Caught reading a paper while driving, and his cut the weight loss challenge. Then the scandals got more serious. First, Ford was investigated by the Integrity Commissioner for conflict of interest. Then rumors swirled about his alcohol and drug abuse. In May of 2014, allegations there was a video of him smoking crack cocaine. Undaunted by the mounting criticism, Ford dug in.
I do not use crack cocaine, nor am I an addict.
Denials that didn't convince anyone.
Lights it, he holds it like this underneath.
The mayor of Toronto, Rob
Late
Ford,
night comics pounced.
Don't judge him. Maybe he's cleaning up the city by smoking all the crack in it.
And eventually, that video was found.
We are now in possession of a recovered digital video file.
Days later, Ford shocked the world again and came clean. First,
Yes, I have smoked crack cocaine.
When have you?
Have I tried it? Probably in one of my drunken stupors.
then, under pressure to resign, Ford seemed to unravel.
I've got more than enough to eat at home.
Finally, unable to fire Ford, City Council stripped him of his powers.
You guys have just attacked Kuwait.
Despite being politically a lame duck, Ford became an instant celebrity in the U.S.
AC360 talks exclusively with Toronto's Mayor Rob Ford.
He became the most reported Canadian news story in the history of U.S. media. Eventually, Ford did go to rehab.
I have begun the process of taking control of my life.
A life, Ford said, included another term as Toronto's mayor. But 6 weeks before election night, he was admitted to hospital with stomach pains. Within days, doctors diagnosed him with a malignant liposarcoma.
I don't like that chemo at all. So it really knocks me out. It makes me sick.
He pulled out of the race for mayor, his brother Doug taking his place. Then Rob signed up to run for councillor in his old ward. And he kept winning, earning back his position as councillor.
I'll continue to fight. I'm just warming up.
But even major surgery couldn't keep him away from work. Days after having his tumor removed, he was back at City Hall.
So I was going crazy. I had to get back here.
In the end, though, the only campaign Rob Ford couldn't win was his battle against cancer. Peter Ackman, CTV News, Toronto.
Once again, the former mayor of Toronto, Rob Ford, dead at the age of 46. 18 months ago, he was diagnosed with cancer. Once again, Rob Ford has died.